Hey guys, Sam back with an update on the new Hearthstone Battlegrounds update. So, I don't think people were expecting this one. I think people were more expecting the expansion, which Hearthstone just announced, but I didn't even realize until I got in games today. So let's go over the new updates. So I was actually about to create a video about the problem that Hearthstone has with a lot of its heroes. There's just such a big difference in power level between, as you can tell, the ones that it's obvious they've noticed it. So heroes like Arana, and compare that, or even Pyramid, to like the new Murloc hero. There's such a big difference. So looks like what they're doing is introducing an armor system, and the weakest heroes are going to have up to 10 armor, and then the strongest ones are have 0. And I think this is a great solution. I really thought the only other solution was going to be to nerf or buff them, and I guess they didn't want to do a mass rework. So I think this is really smart. I'm kind of surprised, though, at some of the placements of these. Like, Shutterwalk is tier 4, which is kind of ridiculous because of how good he is at the high levels. Galricon can be really good. And then they're putting mechs and patches on tier 3. It's interesting. I don't know. It's interesting, but I really like what they did here. Okay. They said that they're going to work on balancing this moving forward, but overall, I really like what they're doing. So, the new hero is Tamsin Roam, and at the start of combat, you can destroy your lowest health minion, and you can give its health to all your other minions. I mean, this is going to be a really fun hero. Especially later in the game. I can see like a lot of synergy with like Nomi or Elemental boards where you can get huge minions in the shop and you can destroy it every turn. So I don't know. I mean, if you have like a 45 health minion, you destroy it, and you give all your other minions 45 health, that would be insane. Additionally, they're updating these things on Diablo. I think the hero is a little toxic, but the issue before was Diablo had 3 or 4 really good turns and then nothing else. So either they would crush it or do nothing. So now I guess they're trying to balance it by increasing the damage and the stats that you'll get from the spells, which is it's fine. Okay. So minion pool updates. Bristleback Knight has been removed from the minion pool. So Bristleback Knight, if you guys aren't aware, is, I think it's the 4/8 Quail Boar who, once it loses Divine Shield, if it survives, it gains Divine Shield again. So I'm guessing they're doing this because, as you'll see, there's going to be a buff to Quail Boars, so they needed to nerf it somehow. Thorncaller is the previous tier 3 4/3 that upon Battle Cry and Death Rattle, it gave you a blood gem, so that's also a great minion coming back. And then this Mithrax is the savior of Menagerie. He's the tier 5 that just is insane with Menagerie, so I'm happy they're bringing that back because Menagerie has kind of been out of it since the rework of minions. Alright, so the updated minions. Okay, Mechano Tank, I think everyone was expecting this, but I don't know how much of a I really don't know how much of a nerf it was. I think it would have been better if it was moved to 5 and it kept the same damage, but they're keeping it on the same tier and they're just decreasing the damage by 1 and the health, or in the attack by 1. I don't know. I mean, the Avenge is also 1 less damage, but I don't think it's going to make enough of a difference. I think it's still going to be used. I think it's still a great tempo card. Maybe not as much as a problem, but that's pretty good. Greasebot, this was another one that people were complaining about. So Greasebot was giving friendly minions that lost Divine Shield +2/+1 permanently, and now it's just +1/+1. So this is just a skill back on mechs, like I was saying, and honestly, this is probably going to be really good for the meta, so no complaints. Alright, Scallywag. Alright, so it looks like they're doing a buff to pirates. So Scallywag is gaining 1 attack, which is really good for turn 1 now. Like, turn 1, this is a really good minion. This is interesting. So, I don't even know if this is really maybe it is a buff. Ogre had a lot of health, and with only 2 attack, it wasn't that helpful, so I guess buffing the attack by 1 is going to be good for it. And then South Sea Strong Arm, they kind of just rechanged the words a little bit. So repeat for each pirate you bought this turn. So now it's going to include this minion itself. I'm pretty sure. I can't really tell. Give a friendly pirate 1+1/+1 for each pirate you bought this turn. And then the new one is give a friendly pirate +1/+1. Repeat for each pirate you bought this turn. Okay, so it's just adding 1+1/+1. Got it. Alright, Rip Snarl Captain. Just gained 1 health. This is a very great temple card for pirates, and gaining health, I think that's going to be really good for them. That's a great buff. And then Tony got a buff. Wow, now it's Avenge 4, not Avenge 5, so it's going to be easier to complete those Exodia builds to Golden Uraliza later on in the game. Honestly, I love what they did to pirates. I haven't been able to play unless it's been patches, so hopefully this will make them playable again. All right, Tough Tusk is now 5-3. That's really good. Just 1 more attack, and then I guess they nerfed the Bristleback Brute. I don't even know if that's a buff. You know what? Gives extra +3/+3 compared to +2/+2, and you lose 1-in-1 original stats. Honestly, that's a great minion too. Wow, they're really buffing Quailboars and pirates. And then they're putting Dynamic Duo back to what it was originally. 5 attack, 6 health. Okay. So the new Necrolite. This is probably the biggest change to any of the Quailboar cards. So it originally was a tier 3 minion that would choose a minion. You could steal all its blood gems from its neighbors. And now you play 2 blood gems on a friendly minion, and then it also steals all blood gems from its friendly neighbors. I think this is great. I mean, it's 1 tier up, but I never thought that it was a good minion on 3. I don't think people were ever buying it right when they went to 3. So I think this is great because now you get the additional benefit of 2 blood gems. Yeah, overall, there's nothing else on Battlegrounds, but overall, this seems like a very healthy update for the game. Mechs are definitely being scaled back a little bit, but that's what the game needed, and then pirates and Quailboars are getting a little bit of a buff. So I think that's going to help a lot, and I'm interested to see how the armor system is going to work with these heroes. I think the rankings might change a little bit because, like I said before, like Shutterwalk should not be a tier 4 hero, and I mean Sneed, Ysera's tier 1, which is interesting. Malagos is in the same tier as I don't know, but I'm really interested to see what it's going to look like. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a couple days. I've been busy, but I'm hoping to become a news, maybe, I'm not sure, for Battlegrounds, maybe news, gameplay, both. I'm not sure, but I love this game, and I'm looking forward to be a part of this community. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you again.